Hold on. Can't handle it braided. Hello friends, my name is Sarah. I'm the artist and maker behind Denim and Rain. Hello and welcome to my YouTube. So today it's a projects video. I've got lots of things to share with you, lots of really cool new things, some projects that I've wrapped up that you've never seen before. Maybe you'd seen back when you watched my channel, like when I was a long time ago. But yeah, I've got lots of things to share. I'm really excited, so let's just dive in. This first one is a blanket that I started back in 2019, and it is done. So this is a crochet blanket. It's got this nice little waffle stitch. It is made out of Burnt velvet yarn, which is a bulky yarn. It is gray. I don't know exactly which gray because, well, this yarn is from 3 years ago. I don't have the ball bands anymore. I don't. It's not a thing. But yeah, I started this blanket, hit a snag, literally. This velvet yarn is dreamy, buttery soft, but literally the worst for tangles. I hate it so much. Yeah. So 2019, end of 2019-ish, I set it aside, never touched it again. So I pulled out the giant rat's nest and detangled it and finished said blanket. I'm very happy to have this finished because, oh my lord, I'm trying to clear out a whole bunch of things. So I'm very happy to have this one cleared out because it's big. This is a Christmas gift. So I'm in April and I have a Christmas gift done, so that's cool. I guess I should mention how big it is. It's about a lap blanket size. I don't want to unfold it. Believe me, it's a lap blanket size. But yeah, it's done. It's done. Sing it with me. Ah. Okay, anyways, moving on. Okay, so big giant blanket from 3 years ago, finished. Christmas gift number 1, finished. Feeling all the joy around that blanket right now. The next item I finished, I don't actually have because I gifted it yesterday. The funny thing is I actually cast it on and finished it yesterday. I made a pair of baby socks for a friend. We had a baby shower for them yesterday, and I made a hat, a cute little ribbed hat, and then I kept thinking, I want to cast on socks too. And then I kept not doing it and not doing it. In my head, I was thinking, I've got it covered. And then yesterday comes up and I'm like, crap, I never made those socks. So I took the time, cast on those little baby socks, got both finished and woven in. They're not blocked, but they're baby socks, nobody cares. And gifted all in one day. Yeah, feeling pretty amazing about that. The sun was out earlier, but I knew it was going right behind a cloud, so I was like, I'm gonna wait until it's actually cloudy to record. And then the sun came back out and was going in and out, and I just, whatever. Anyways, the next thing I finished is my Shorty Socks. Ta-da! We have 2 socks now. Yay! This is my Here Come the Socks pattern, which is live today. Today is Wednesday when I'm recording. This probably won't go live until tomorrow, but the pattern is now up. It has this really awesome gingham-like texture and nice little toe and heel and such. The pattern is actually mainly written for a tall sock, but I'm actually wearing those right now, and I'm not taking them off my feet because my feet are nice and cozy because my feet get cold. So I'm happy to have the shorty version done now. It took me like no time at all. But yeah, I love them so much. The yarn, this bluish green, is a yarn I overdyed from a mystery skein. It was blue. I overdyed it with some green to make it this really cool tonal. The Heels, Toes, and Cuffs are this Teak colorway from Winnie Fibers. These are worsted. The Heels, Toes, and Cuffs, this Teak is worsted, and then this is DK. Because yes, I live on the wild side and we like to mix yarn weights. The sock pattern is written for DK, but you can do it with worsted. The pair I'm currently wearing, the lighter pair, is worsted. And then the mustard and blue pair are DK, and just gauge swatch. You can make it work. Yeah, don't be so afraid. Don't be afraid to change yarn weight. I promise you, if you gauge swatch and you like the fabric, it'll work out just fine. Okay, so that's it for finished items. Let's dive into a couple of works in progress. I am so over these 2 works in progress, but last, here they are. First one is living in my little handmade bag. I know last time I said I was hoping I'd have them finished. And I am very close to having them finished. But these are my navy blues, those dark blue socks that I have. Come on. With the texture down the front. Yeah, I'm about half an inch or an inch, something like that, away from doing the toe. Yeah, I'm not gonna go on about this too much because I've shared it lots of freaking times. Maybe next time I'll have this sock done. Usually I knit on it when I go to church, but the kids were sick this last Sunday, so I stayed home from church because didn't want to spread around our gross icky germs. So yeah, I didn't get to work on it on Sunday like I usually do. So just it'll be done by next time. I'm just gonna say it and then will it to happen. That's what I'm gonna do. The next one is another project I've been working on forever. It's in my Songbird handmade bag. This beautiful fabric, and yes, I think I shared last time, like my kids got something, like I put it on some of my kids' food somewhere, and yes, it is still on the bag, but eventually I'll wash it off. And then it's got a cute little handle and a nice zipper. Here's my Christmas socks. Last time I shared, I don't remember where it was actually, but oops, bag is falling. Bag is falling. Good grief, hold still. But I'm done with the leg, and the heel has been completed, and I'm now onto the gusset. So this is Oak and Fibers. I believe it was called Sweet Shop. This is merino cashmere nylon base, and then she also has the beautiful contrast color. I used a different contrast color for my heel, and then this color will also be on the toe. So the first sock is done. You've seen it before. Now I'm on to the foot of this one, and I'm hoping in a few weeks I'll have this one done. I powered away on it quite a bit the other day. I knit from this cute little market stitch marker, did the heel, and then all of that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a minute before I cast on any more fingering socks. I don't actually mind like the weight of the yarn and the fact that I have to do more rounds and stuff before I get to where I want it to be. It's more the size of the needles in the yarn. It makes my hands cramp up a little bit more than like a DK weight. My hands, they get very sore very easily. Like the other day I was out weeding the yard and I was just like weeding all my gardens, and by the end of the day my hands are just so tired from grabbing and pulling weeds. I don't know. But the DK worsted is like that sweet spot for my hands. I get any like higher into the bulkies, my hands like, oh, they really can't handle bulky yarns. And then the really tiny needles, they're not a huge fan of either. So I just think for the most part I just need to keep doing DK socks. which I was thinking the other day. I have a whole bunch of fingering weights yarn for socks, but I think I'm just gonna do what I did with this guy, because this is a fingering weight held double. I think I'm just gonna start making DK socks with my fingering, just double it up, because yeah, I mean, why not? I want to use it, and that's probably the best way to do it, because I'm never going to knit all those fingering weight socks up, because yeah, my hands just say no thank you. All right, so my next project is crochet, which I'm excited about. Look at that, I'm crocheting again. I finished a crochet blanket, and now I've cast on a crochet garment. So this is the Chasing Summer Light by Knits and Knots. I have finished one panel from the front of this. Yeah, it's very nice. I showed it last time that I had frogged it. This, I think, was, I don't know, 2 evenings sitting working on it periodically here and there. Surprisingly, crocheting with fingering is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I do think it is a slightly heavier fingering. I want to say it might be a little more like sport, maybe not. I don't know. You tell me, what do you think? I think it's a tiny bit heavier, but who knows. And then I have started on the second panel. This was 1 evening's worth of crochet. I probably could have kept going, but I was tired, so I stopped. But this is being made out of Hobbie's Rainbow cotton. It is 100% cotton, and it's nice and soft. It's not like Egyptian cotton or whatever, but it's very pleasant. This is the sage color, I think. I can tell you what the number is. The color number is 98. But yeah, I really like it. I also really like that Hobbie's cotton. I wish all yarns had this. Has an easy pull tab, so you can just pull the yarn right out of the middle, which is amazing. Like, why don't all the yarns have that? So yeah, really happy with this so far. I have 3 balls of this. I wasn't sure if that was going to be enough, but I'm still on the first ball, and I finished this and this, so I think I should have more than enough to finish this, because I just have now to finish that second panel in the front, and then I have the back part, which is a little bit lower. It's not quite as tall. I might modify a bit to come up a little under here. I don't know if it does that or not. It looked like in the drawing and the pictures that it's just straight, but I might add a little bit of there so my bra isn't like showing back there. And then I am going to modify the straps. The straps on the light version are wide, but I think I'm just going to do a chain for the straps, I think. I don't know. We'll see when I get done with it. I'll try it on and decide what I want to do for straps. I almost forgot to say, I am crocheting it on a 3mm crochet hook. I could not find my 3mm crochet hook. I had a 3.5, and it was, my gauge was, and it wasn't liking my gauge. I didn't check my gauge, actually. I have no idea if it's actually what it should be or not, because yeah, I don't do that. But I just picked this cheap little guy off of Amazon. I wanted something ergonomic because my crochet hooks, majority of my crochet hooks that are that size are just the plain metal ones, so I wanted something that had a nice little grippy on it, and I like this one. It's for $4. It's not terrible. I'm not super picky about my crochet hooks. I do prefer them to be ergonomic, but I'm not like super picky about the shape, as long as there's something to like bolster up my hands a little bit from the teeny, yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, now my next project. I showed you last time the sweater that I had started. Oh, what was it called? The Lodge sweater by Azetta. And I was using that Hobbii Divina for it. I decided I wasn't liking the fabric it was creating. The pattern is written for worsted weight. This Divina is DK. So I did swatch, surprisingly. My swatches are always teeny tiny. I did get gauge, but the gauge is a little bit looser, like the fabric is looser. And the sweater, like in the photos and stuff, it's like this really chunky, like cozy sweater. So I decided I wasn't liking the fabric it was creating. I still want to make that sweater at some point, but just not with this yarn. So I frogged it and I cast on something new. This is the Classic Sweater by Espostriko. It is a free pattern. It is a high neck, like mock / turtleneck, I don't really know, sweater. It's a raglan, so I cast on for that. I have finished the neck so far, the short row shaping in the back, and a little bit of length. So this is again the Hobbii Divina. It is the sage color. It is, I always forget the percentage of the content. It is 65% alpaca, 25 polyamide, 10% wool. So it is so freaking fluffy and light. So I like this has not used up a full ball yet. These are 50 gram. They come in 50 gram balls. This is a 50 gram ball. And this 50 gram ball has 164 yards in it. It goes forever. Like, this yarn stretches so far. But yeah, I really love this color. It's super pretty. I'm in love with it. I have on here on my needles my Daisy needle stoppers, which I will be restocking in my shop. They sold out really quickly at my restock. So I will be adding more of these to the shop soon. I have my Hello Lavender mushroom stitch marker. I don't remember which one. It's a mushroom. And then the little accent markers that went with it. Super cute. And then on here, I also have a Progress Keeper from Latch and Lou. Oh my goodness, look at this little alpaca. I mean, come on. How friggin' adorable is that? So this is one of my, like, recent purchases. Yeah, I love it so much. But I tried the sweater on. I mean, it's much as you really can with such a tiny bit of sweater. And so far, I really like the neck. I also like, I think I could wear it rolled down like this. Like, I don't think I'd attach it down, but I think, like, if I rolled it like this, it would stay down and have, like, a really cute, like, rolled collar look. I don't know. I'm just really liking it so far, and I'm happy that I frogged the other one because I'm much happier with this. Yeah, I will find some other yarn to use for the Lodge sweater because this I don't think was quite it, but I'm really excited about this one. Can't wait to have it finished. This, by the way, is living in my giant black canvas bag from By the Bay Yarn Company. It's just a simple unlined canvas bag. It has some pockets in it. You probably can't really see because it's black. Yeah, you can see it. So yeah, I really like this canvas bag. It's big and giant. I always use it for my larger projects. I mean, the sweater doesn't quite need it yet. I mean, I do have the 2 balls of yarn and the sweater, and I mean, it's taking up no space. But it will eventually, so I just stuck it in there for right now. Okay, last project is something I just sort of started, and we'll see what I think, if I want to continue working on this with this yarn or not. So I cast on the Frank shawl. It's going to be a Christmas gift, and I cast it on with this Holst Supersoft. I recently put in an order with Holst. I've been wanting to try their wool yarn because the price point is so good. But this is a fingering weight, kind of a light fingering weight. Maybe not. Maybe it's, maybe it's just a regular. It does bloom when blocked because I did block this because I wanted to see if it does soften up with blocking. It did soften up, not a ton, but I also didn't let it soak in the wool wash for very long. I did it late at night. I just kind of like threw it in this tiny little dish, let it soak for like maybe 10 minutes, and then laid it out on a towel overnight so I could feel the difference. It is softer than this, and you can kind of see it's bloomed a touch. Yeah, it's softer, not super soft. I mean, it's pretty soft. I wouldn't mind wearing this next to skin. I know some people, like if you're super sensitive, you probably don't want this yarn. Which that'll kind of just roll me into what I've recently purchased. Sorry, I always hate crinkling bags. Give me a second. Sorry, I always hate like crinkling bags in videos. Like it stresses me out, like that sound. Don't like it. So I try to avoid it when I can. So I bought this one, which is Mouflon, the color. This is the 100% wool, the Supersoft. And then I also ordered the Supersoft in dark olive. I got 3 balls of this one. There. It's really dark. It's kind of hard to tell the olivey color, which I kind of like. I like that it's almost black, but you can kind of see another color. And then I also got cinnamon. Oops, I just dropped my needles, which I really like. And then in the, is this what it is? Yeah, Tides base, I got the color Sand. I got five balls of this. So this one isn't 100% wool. This one is 70% wool and 30% silk. You can kind of see the silk in there, all those little like neps and stuff. That's silk. This one is already way softer than these ones. So, these, for the Frank shawl, I'm only doing 2 colors. The Frank shawl I think has 4 colors. Oh, it's by Hobbii Locatelli, by the way. I probably should have said that. But this is going to be my contrast color, and this is going to be my main color. So just doing the 2 colors. So the main body of this is going to be in this, which is nice and soft, and then just the contrast will be in that. So I'm thinking this shouldn't be too much of an issue because it's only like the striping and such in the Supersoft. So even if this person has like slight sensitivities to it, like this isn't going to be overwhelming. It's going to be this one, which has the silk, which makes it softer. So, and I know once it's blocked, it'll be even softer. So I'm excited about that. So these 2 are going to be in the Frank shawl by Hobbii as a Christmas gift for somebody. And then the dark olive and cinnamon and some of this is going to be a like blanket like shawl scarf thing for me. Okay. I don't like triangle shawls. I really don't like them. I think they're meh. Sorry if you like them. If you like them, that's awesome. I'm glad you do. It's just not me. I wouldn't wear one. But I want something that in the evening, like, because my shoulders get really cold. I want something that I can be under the covers in bed, but then have something wrapped around my shoulders. So if like I'm sitting reading or whatever in the evening, I can have something over me. So I kind of want to create like a giant rectangle shawl / blanket to have. And I want this one's going to be the main color with a couple of like stripes of this going through. I'm thinking kind of a, it'll be rectangular, but it'll be knit on the bias. I'm going to finish the Frank first because that's a big project. And then I'll worry about doing this. But I'm excited to work with this yarn. I've wanted to try Holst for quite a while. But I think it's gonna work out nicely. I do think I want to purchase some more of this silk yarn and hold it double and knit a sweater, because it is just an absolute, I mean, it's still like, it's not like 100% like, oh, merino soft. Like I can like it's got a little bit of it has like that dryness that wool can have, like a rustic wool can have. It's not scratchy, it's just dry feeling. But like I said, once it's blocked, I know it's going to be even softer because that's silk. But yeah, I want to get some of this. The color selection of the Tides base versus the Supersoft base, it's not as broad of choices, but there's still some really nice colors. So I kind of want to do that. The yarn was ridiculously inexpensive. So if you're wanting to try some wools that are like 100%, or you want to try this like silk base, let me tell you, even with shipping internationally, the price was so good. It was, had them listed for $3 something on the website, but then once it transferred to US dollars, it was like $2.90 something a ball. And each ball is 50 grams and has 314 yards of fingering. So yeah, it's got a lot to it. So if I were to make like a sweater holding like these double to like a DK weight, I would need like what, 5-6 balls? Well, let's say 6 balls to be safe. So right, that's like 6 balls, well, hold on a second, math. So I mean, yeah, that's 900 and something odd yards for a DK sweater, which that should be enough for my size anyways. Usually I'm around a small. I would maybe get 7 balls just to be safe, because I'm an overbuyer. I always get very afraid of running out of yarn. So yeah, I mean, like say 7 balls times, let's say $3 each. That's $21 for a sweater. That's amazing. So, I mean, and if I included shipping, which I think was $15, like that's still like way better than some of the other like brands out there. So I am happy to try this. I can't wait to try knitting with the silk one to see how that works up. I'm happy with, where'd it go? I'm losing my mind. Put it on the table already. Told you I'm losing my mind. So I am happy with how this is knitting up so far. I like the fabric it's made. Oh, I am knitting on, I'm pretty sure this is the size. The pattern calls for a US 6. What is that? 4mm? No, I don't know. I don't remember. I usually use millimeters. I don't like using US sizes. It annoys me. But these wood needles don't have them printed on there, so whatever. But yeah, there's my new yarn. Let me show you the new stitch markers I've gotten. I got that little alpaca from Latch and Lou, which is so freaking cute. But I also got this teeny weeny little mushroom with snail on it. How adorable is that? Oh, so cute. And then because the obsession with mushrooms continues, I mean, I've always liked mushrooms before it was trendy. I got this one from Simply Serving, and oh my goodness, how cute. She also just made some more mushroom ones. They're like 3D, like the Latch and Lou one, but like brown. I'm trying to restrain myself from purchasing more. But then I also got this one from her, this little honeybee. I love honeybees. I grew up, my dad had bees growing up, so I really like bees. Plus all they do for the world. They're just fabulous little insects. So yes, I have them living in this cute little dish I found at the thrift store for a couple of dollars. This little hand-thrown dish. Super cute. And then on to something a little different. yeah, something a little different. I bought fabric. So I've shown you like that little project bag. I want to make a few more project bags. I don't typically like to sew very often, but I've kind of like got this like itch to sew something. So I bought some fabric. I got quite a bit, actually, more than, like, I kept putting stuff in my cart because this shop had really pretty yarn. I'll link it down below. I don't remember the name of the shop, but I'll just go through them individually. There's this green one, which I got a half yard of, because I have a couple of different combos I want this one in. I got a fat quarter of this one. This cute little mid-century houses and pools. It's blowing out a little bit. Got a fat quarter of this guy. Cool mid-century mod. Art Deco-y. Art Deco, that's what it is. Not mid-century, Art Deco. These cute little oranges. And then I got a half yard of this mushroom and floral and green fabric. Yes, this one's my favorite. It's green and mushrooms and flowers, and what's not to love. Also got a half yard of this mustard sun fabric. Thinking big bag. I got a fat quarter of this green and rusty floral, and then a half yard of this red retro-y mushroom. So I have a couple different combos I'm thinking. I'm thinking a bag with these two. I'm thinking a bag, obviously, with these two, naturally. I'm thinking a bag with these two. I'm thinking one with these two. And then also these two. So yeah, I'm loving these fabrics. I also got some plain natural colored canvas, which is boring. I figured there's no point in showing you. Y'all know what plain canvas looks like. So doing like canvas bottoms and then doing like the main color and then having the lining or such. I don't know. I'm just gonna play with it, have fun. And sew some bags. So yeah, that's all that I've purchased recently. And then I've painted a couple of things. So let me show you. I'm very excited about these paintings. You've probably seen these on my Instagram, so if you follow me on there, so it's probably no surprise. We have this pretty little mountain, and then these daisies. And then I have a mushroom, because, well, mushrooms. This one, which I'm really in love with, this like dewy field. Focus over here, thank you. And then one that I have not finished. I started one the other day and I have not added. I like got the sky finished, did the rock, and then didn't finish. But you know. So yeah, I did those. I've also painted a couple of other little things, which are secrets and you cannot see. I know, I'll tell you about it, but you're not gonna see it. So yeah. I think that's basically it. Just a reminder, my Here Comes the Socks pattern are live on Instagram. No, they're not on Instagram. Well, photos of them are. I haven't had tea yet. Anyways, they are live on Ravelry, Etsy, and my website. So I think that is it. I'm going to get back to work. I have some shipping labels to print, and yeah, a bunch of not fun businessy things to take care of, so I'm gonna go do that now. I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe down below, and you can find all the links to all the things I talked about in the description box. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye.